Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We have some fantastic news and great, beautiful images to show you in this video. This is a really cool news moment for the Star Wars Battle of Hoth game that is coming out in August of 2025 from Days of Wonder. This is a game that uses the Command and Colors system similar to Memoir 44, but is going to be using the Star Wars universe to do its setting. It is taking place on the world of Hoth, and finally, you're going to be able to get lots of giant AT-AT or AT-AT walkers going up against rebels and turrets and trying to win the Battle of Hoth. This is going to be a very, very familiar game, a very exciting game. For anybody who's played Memoir 44, or if you're just a Star Wars fan, it's the game system. I've played it before. It's very easy to pick up, very approachable, offers a lot of scenarios. This is stuff we've talked about before, but we have some brand new shots. Now, you'll notice that the language on the box we're looking at here is in French, en français, I'm going to probably get the pronunciation of the name wrong, but Cataton Tour? I think it's a hard C if it opens the word. So hopefully I've done that, or it could be a soft C, like ça va, but comment ça va? I don't know. My French, I'm very, very rusty on my French, so I apologize for that in advance. But I'm going to put a link down to the Facebook post where this was shared. You can give them a follow and give them some love. Board Game Outlet, lots of board game stuff there, and really amazing photography. And this is an exclusive that they got here, so really cool that they were able to share this with us, because we're going to see some really cool stuff in this. So hopefully you guys are fans of Star Wars, fans of board games and the Battle of Hoth. And I'd love to have you stick around. We're doing a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway right now. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. There's still a few days left to enter to win that, so you have time. Let's go ahead and go forward. So we've got some great shots. This is the size of the board. Again, this board is going to be divided into 3 sections. You got your left, right, and center. You'll have cards, and those cards will allow you to activate units that are on the right, on the center, or on the left. And then there's some cards that do special things, but there's only so many. So if you push too hard in the center, you're going to have cards that are only left and right left over. And then it's sort of a balancing act on controlling your forces and mitigating resources. There are also dice thrown in there as well. This is an amazing shot right here. First off, the lighting is fantastic. Très magnifique, I believe. It's a spectacular shot. Great lighting. Really great miniatures too. And these are small. These are very small miniatures. This is much better even than Star Wars Rebellion. They just look absolutely fantastic. You can see the folds in the boots and in the pants. The cloth detail. This is just tremendous detail in these miniatures. That the AT-AT Walker looks so good, so very, very good. I don't know how we don't have a 10mm Star Wars like skirmish game, like expandable war game already, when they can do miniatures this very, very good. These are super tiny and they look amazing. And of course, you're gonna have to paint these, right? I mean, of course you don't have to, but I mean, you're kind of gonna have to, right? I feel like I'm gonna have to do this because they look that good. I definitely this is going into the painting supply. I think they're gonna have to get painted. They look so good. We have some photos of some of the cards that are going to be here. I believe there's some folks already doing some translations for these into English and other languages already, so people get an idea of what to expect. I'm not super worried about the spoilers on the cards right now, primarily because I've played Memoir 44. I have a rough idea of what to expect. I know there are some new mechanics that they're going to be bringing into the game with leaders and things like that. We have a couple other looks at the cards. Great artwork on these. And it looks like it's a mixture of artwork styles. For example, the card on the left there shows snow speeders and what looks to be a little bit more of a comic style drawing. Or a cartoony style drawing, and on the right we have more like a realism style drawing of a single rebel standing down an AT-AT, which is really cool. So I love it. I love it. This is a great shot too. What a fantastic shot to showcase the miniatures and to also kind of if you had to put the entire board game into a single photograph, this is a great way to do it. You're showing great miniatures, great detail on the heads, on the boots, on the cloth, on the rifles. These are spectacular miniatures, and in this photo, they almost look like they have a hint of green to them, like maybe like a blue green, like a very very dark blue green. Like they're not straight gray, which is interesting. By the way, it's nice to see that the Rebels and the Empire are different colored plastic. So again, you don't have to paint them. You can play straight out of the box. That's another important thing, because a lot of people love to just be able to open the box and start playing right away. And if everything is the same color, it can get confusing. So I love to see it. These are great shots. We're seeing some tokens. Again, there's going to be lots of tokens and cardboard assets. There's different hex tiles that can go down over the board to kind of reshape the board depending on the scenario that you're doing. Or maybe you're going to create your own. And I like the effect here of kind of standing some of the tiles up to make the shot show more. Now, this is a little bit of a artistic, artistic license went into this photo, because those hex tiles won't be standing up on their sides like that, but it does make for an excellent photograph. So these are really great photos. This one especially, the blue lighting here is beautiful. Beautiful, great photography. Love it. I love it. And we're seeing a snowspeeder in the foreground. By the way, you're seeing mostly Rebel troopers and then the Golan turrets, but there are snowspeeders out there as well. So keep in mind of that. And then of course we are going to have dice to kind of showcase how combat. There is some, of course, there's some dice rolling, so it's not purely card driven. Although it's a combination of cards and dice, and also your choices that you make. And then we have some other shots. Again, more of the cards, more of the walkers and the snowtroopers there. Another shot with the Rebels front and center. I think most of the attention to detail on these photographs has been on the Rebel troopers and on the Imperial troopers and the ATSTs, which seemed like they have the most amount of detail on them. We get a shot there of some of the tokens that are going to be available in this game. This really just looks spectacular. It's a fantastic spread, lots of great photos, and you can check them out for yourself. I'm going to have a link down in the video description below. You can check all of those out. It's the Battle of Hoth, or La Bataille de Hoth. It was which is my terrible French accent in that one. That's not, I could do better. If I had more prep time, I would have done better. But yes, no, this is a great spread. I love it. The only thing that makes me kind of think twice is that there weren't that many shots of the snowspeeders, and I wonder if maybe the snowspeeders just didn't have as much detail as everything else, so they were kind of left kind of blurry in the background. If we go to some of these, you can see them when they're on equal footing with everything else. But like a lot of like this shot here, there's a snowspeeder, but it's in the very very back. And then we go to like this shot here, we've got snowspeeders, but they're all in the foreground or in the background, so they're all blurred out. From what I can see, they look like they have a tremendous amount of detail. But in all of the shots that were posted, most of the focus is on the turrets or the Rebel troopers or the ATSTs or the snow troopers. So for some reason, the snow speeders sort of got left out of the focus. And I guess I'm just going to have to pick up my own box and see the snow speeders for myself. So if you want to see more detail on the snow speeders, definitely click that subscribe button. We'll be doing an unboxing, of course, whenever we do get this, and we'll be looking at it in more detail. You can see there's quite a few of them. You're getting a decent amount of snow speeders, although the majority is on your ground troops. On those infantry are going to definitely take up the majority of the game. But that's another look at the Battle of Hoth, coming out again in August. Slated for August 2025. It looks to be very exciting. If you guys are planning on picking this up, let me know down in the comments below. Have you played Memoir 44? That is also a great game. And again, this isn't going to be the only game in the Star Wars universe. There's a whole system. This little logo at the bottom here, it's kind of their way of saying, yeah, we are also reserve the right to do more Star Wars, and we can have a whole campaign. They could do a lot of stuff. They could do Clone Wars stuff. You could do Battle of Geonosis. You could do You could do sequel trilogy stuff. You could do Battle of Crate. You could do, you know, you could do a lot of stuff. You could do High Republic stuff. They could even go to space. Richard Borg has created, you know, a Red Alert game that was basically like a space version of Memoir 44. I happen to live in Orlando, and back when we used to have Sci-Fi City, you know, we used to have Richard Borg's crew play in these games, and they would play them with like the hexes instead of like being this big. The hexes would be like this big, and they would pull 8 tables together, and they'd have these massive battles. So we used to see them playing Memoir 44 all the time, and then when Red Alert was in play testing, they'd be doing that all the time too. And it just, you know, it's really cool. I love these games, and I can't wait to check out Battle of Hoth. Hopefully you guys feel the same way, and hopefully that's what brought you to this video. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you all so much. Be sure to check out the Akataton Tour. Hopefully I didn't murder your name. Be sure to check out their Facebook group as well, and check out their channel and all of the great photos that they have posted already. You can give them a like and a follow and all of that good stuff as well. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all, and always wash your socks.